night and day my lifestyle.
Yeah, yeah.
From today and 10 years ago. At 22 compared to 32, a 180. And but I don't regret anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like that season was needed, but I couldn't
Yeah,
imagine in that season trying to raise a kid,
yeah,
trying to be
yeah.
somebody's wife. For real, for real. My frontal lobe definitely wasn't developed. I all I cared about,
It's
babe,
me, me,
me,
me,
me, me,
me,
me. Definitely
me,
selfish. I didn't
me.
have the tools, the emotional intelligence, all of the things, the financial literacy, baby.
No,
Me and the kid. I mean, I know how to get a little money, but I don't know. I don't know how it would have looked. I genuinely cannot answer that, and that's
no.
why I too did what needed to be done so that I did not have any children in my 20s, and still, even to this day, I'm not even ready to have kids because what a ring
That
at.
part,
What a ring. When the ring hits
that
the
part,
finger, the left hand, then
that
then we can
part.
maybe have a conversation.
Yeah,
So, but I'm just never in no rush. I feel like when you rush certain occurrences in your life, it just never turns out in the most healthiest way. And that goes
yeah,
for
for sure.
anything. When you're rushing and it's really not supposed to have happened on that timeline, God will definitely reveal that, hey, this what you wanted, right?
This is what you
This
want.
what you
This is what you
wanted.
want to deal
So
with. And I hate too that like it be arguments of men versus women, but they also be trying to place women against women as if
oh,
like
for sure.
because you chose to have kids in your
Yeah.
20s or get married in your 20s, then somehow you feel like you're better than the
Mm-hmm.
girls who, chose to go after their career. Right now, I'm actually reading Bell Hooks Communism. I highly recommend every woman check that book out. But she just talks about like the feminist era, how we kind of shifted into that versus the generation that like our moms and our grandmas were in, and how they've kind of like given it a negative label to be a successful woman. Like, the ones
Mm.
that go after their degrees, like, well, you better be careful with finding love, or, kind of like the label of like, she's a bitch because, she has requirements as far as how she want things to look.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I will experience a balanced life. Like, I don't receive that just because I chose to pursue my career goals and give myself some stability in my life, that I can't to experience a healthy relationship with a man, or that, I'm better or whatever the case may be. Like, I think it's really important to be mindful as far as what we choose to receive from what the world, like what we choose to believe from what the world is saying. There's a lot of different opinions out there, but if I'm choosing to believe that, yes, I will be successful in my career, I'm also going to have a man who's successful in his own lane,
Mm-hmm.
very purpose driven and goal oriented, and we're going to love each other down,
Yeah.
and we're going to support each other,
Yeah.
and we're going to raise children who are well rounded. It's very much possible. It's power in your tongue. So I don't receive those things that people, the narratives that they try to put out there. But when you slow down and actually take the time to research or look around, like we was out this a couple of days ago, and I'm like, look at how many couples is here. But
And we were out.
we was
Like we
out. It
weren't
was
even. It wasn't even. We were at a coffee shop. Like we were literally, for those who have been to DC, who live in DC, we're at 12 stories. It was coupled down in 12
it
stories.
was so many couples, and they were a younger crowd that was probably
Like
between
our age
20, 25 ish, in their
to
20s.
like mid 30s.
Yeah, and it was tons of couples. And I mean, I just think living in this area is such a unique experience that
Yeah.
helps me to not get lost in that, and be, because then I feel like that's when you make impulsive decisions and you do things out of desperation. And I don't I'm not desperate for no man.
Mm-mm.
I don't want to be with a man out of desperation. I don't want him to experience that, like, man, I'm only
Oh,
with
we
this
running out of
nigga
time.
so he can pay my bills, or so he
Yeah.
can, no, like, I want us to
Mm-hmm.
be each other's best friend, like life partners, business, and like we just rock with each other. Like, I genuinely like you as a person, and I feel like that takes time. So for me, yeah, no, like, I'm not rushing to get married or have no kids until like God aligns it in the way that it's supposed to be. There's no
Yeah.
confusion there. It's like a smooth process, and I
Mm-hmm.
still have a lot of maturing to do up until this point. I feel like I'm in a good space now, but I recognize now, like, I was doing stuff within my dating and my relationships that, like, that's not the type of woman,
Yeah.
that I want to show up as. So it's important for me to take advantage of this time and just love on me, accept all of me, learn how to communicate better, how to process my emotions in a different way so I can be that partner that it is that I'm asking him to be for me.
Yeah, I definitely am in a building phase right now. This is my first time in my entire life I've lived alone. And that was
Mm-hmm.
something that my mom always said she wanted for me, just because she never got to experience that. My
Yeah.
mom went from high school and to raising kids and being married, all of the things. And so she never got to experience
Mm-hmm.
what matter of fact, a lot of women in my family
Yeah,
have
mine
never
too.
experienced what I'm experiencing. And so for me, I think this is such a sacred space that I'm in. And I don't want
Mm.
to rush to the next thing like marriage, this, that, the third, when this was like, this is building me. Like a
Yeah.
lot of people like, you really on your shit. I am really like brick by brick with the foundation. I'm like, I
Yeah.
chose to go back to grad school. That was a dream of mine. Like, I'm excelling in grad school right now, baby. Like, it's looking like 4.0.
Period.
It's looking
That's
like
what you said you was
4.0.
gonna do.
Yeah, now. So we just trying to keep that up. So all of the things, just learning how to like network.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I used to always watch shows when I was little, like Sex in the City, Harlem, all of those types of
Mm-hmm.
shows where it embodies like women
Mm-hmm.
and their friends and they got their
Yeah.
careers, and then eventually what you
They
notice over
still find
time,
love.
they end up finding love. But yes, they were a little bit more career oriented, and I definitely think I have that mindset. And so I never want to get to a space of like me trying to rush for the next season. And
Mm-hmm.
I prayed for this season. And
Yeah.
so with me
Yeah.
being in my, I guess, building phase, I would like to believe that my husband is doing the same thing. Like in my 20s, like I said,
Mm-hmm.
I was playing around. I mean, I got some things done. I accomplished some things in my 20s. But I'm like, now I'm like, I'm very intentional with what I got
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
It's like I'm very protective over my space. Like I don't be letting men, I'm celibate right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Look at
let
you.
men be coming over here like that. And I have a beautiful space that I also pray for. But these bills,
Mm-hmm.
Natalia pays these bills. So it's like, I don't even want a man to come over here and be sucking my good air. For real, for real. You can't even suck this good air. How about that?
Oh my
But like
gosh.
I'm really valuing my solitude and my peace, and I feel like it's such a shift because when I first was experiencing it, it felt very uncomfortable. Like to
Mm-hmm.
be in
Extremely uncomfortable.
my own company, and I had to sit with myself
Yeah.
and be like, why do you feel weird being just in your own company? So now I be having
Mm-hmm.
a ball in here. I be twerking around, cooking the best meals. I got a puppy.
So,
If I need community, if I'm yearning for connection, I have homegirls. I date. Don't get it twisted. I'll be going on dates, but they just ain't touching nothing. Okay. So I just feel like, and shout out to my therapist for like helping me to realize that, but also because I'm in this season, it's very hard for me to prioritize that. And I talked a lot about
mm,
prioritizing in the beginning of this episode. And it's like, what? And I hate to put it like that. And I don't want to put dating on the back burner, but I know that if God intends that for me, it's gonna happen. But
mm-hmm.
right now, like this is just a busy year, and I'm really
Yeah.
just trying to finish off this year. I'm just really trying to like get this degree, go ahead and launch these products, and then maybe like after this,
Yeah.
even it could be next year, then I can really start to
Yeah.
pour into
It's
dating in
not
the
a
way. It's just
rush.
not a rush. And like
It's
you
not a
said, like
rush.
it takes time even to build that safety, that security with somebody. Like
Mm-hmm.
even when I think about our relationship as
Yeah,
my
it
best
took
friend, it
time.
took time. We've been friends for 15 years. I've seen her literally, I mean, in all phases, dang near. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen her develop. And so, and through those development phases, I've had to like learn her. Like she definitely
Mm-hmm.
wasn't the same 15-year-old that I experienced in high school to now. Like
Yeah.
maybe there's things that like, okay, now she's vocal, like, no, I don't want this. Like same thing with your partner. And so
Yeah.
I just don't want to rush anything in my life right now. Like I will wait.
No.
I will be patient,
Yeah.
as uncomfortable as it
I'm gonna
feels.
wait on
I
you.
will do it because I just don't believe in doing anything out of desperation or settling for some shit that I know God would have like multiplied and made way better. And
Yeah.
so I think even just like your conversation about like women, how it's like sometimes it'd be women versus women, because I have experienced certain women who are, you know, a friend or a colleague, and they are married and they have kids and they look at my lifestyle as if like, well, what are
Mhm.
you doing? Like,
Yeah.
okay, so you living alone? I mean, like, yeah, it seems like you're doing well, but like, you don't want no kids, or like, you ain't found no man yet. So women can tear you down just as
Just as
bad
much.
as men or your family members too. And I feel like as women, we do have to be a little bit more mindful of that,
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
it's just not fair. Like, again, do what works best for you at the end of the
Mhm.
day, and let women live. Shit, it's already hard enough being a
It
woman.
is. It
It's
really
already
is.
hard enough
It's
trying
hard
to
enough.
child.
It's hard enough. So I'm
It's
just like,
hard.
let me just take my time, because
Mhm.
going back to the book with Bell Hooks, like she just talked about the fact that like what we saw in our moms or even our grandmothers, they did a lot of sacrificing raising us or showing up as wives, and
Mhm.
they put their goals on the back burner, or as far as the opportunity to get to a place of self-acceptance, self-love, and like just exploring their femininity. They didn't get the opportunity to do that at this age. And so I count it as a privilege, honestly, to be able to do the things that my mother, my grandmother, my great grandmother didn't get to see, or and to be able to show my nieces the type of women that they have the potentiality to be, that you can live a very full life.
Mhm.
And I'm so grateful to all the many women in my life that have really set an example, poured into me, showed up for me, whether they are wives with kids, no kids, single,
Mhm.
degree, no degrees. There's all of them have been purposeful and meaningful in my life. And I think that we have to just get back to really just seeing the good in people, and not so much about like comparison or competition.
Mhm.
I think when you move with that intention, then that's what you see in the world you constantly are trying to go against. I know I can't be best friends with every woman that I come across, but I do believe there is something that I can gain and learn from each individual that I cross path with.
Mhm.
So I'm just grateful for the women that have really poured into me and allowed
Yeah.
helped me to continue to develop into the woman that I am. So shout out to women. Like, happy Women's History Month.
Shout
Fuck
out to
what
women.
they gotta say about your life, about your body, like, and actually fuck the thoughts that are in your head that cause you to
Yes.
question
Yes.
yourself, your abilities. Like, be all that you can be each day, and know that, like how Natalia said earlier, you can't have it all at once. So if you're the mom who's maybe married or single mom right now raising those kids, be the best at that, because them kids gonna get grown at some point, and then you'll be able to be on the
Mhm.
opposite and go out and do whatever you want to do. For the ones who are choosing not to get married, to have kids right now, live your best life, sis.
Okay, that's
You
what
know what
I'm
I'm
gonna do.
saying? Enjoy yourself. And then when you do decide, if you do decide to go into motherhood or being a wife, put your best foot forward in that. But don't think that any stage is better than the other stage.
It's not.
Just show up
All
and
the
be the best version of
stages
you.
are needed at the end of the
Yeah.
day. So, yeah, be your best self. That's it. And I think, too, it really starts with loving yourself. I think the more
Mm-hmm.
that you pour into yourself and you love on yourself, and even when you may not feel your prettiest, or you may have a little bit of
Yeah.
imposter syndrome, maybe you started a new position and maybe you're feeling as though like maybe I'm not the most competent, but you are, though. Let's be clear,
You
you are.
are.
And I feel
You
like as
are.
long as you continue to like give yourself those affirmations, that's why I'm in the gym, because the gym gives me confidence. Like
Yeah.
when I'm
Yeah,
feeling my best
absolutely.
and I'm presenting myself in the way that at least I want to
Mm-hmm.
present. Now, how you interpret me is a whole different story. I'm not really too worried or too keen on how you interpret me. But if I know like I am my best self and I'm showing up in the capacity that represents me, then I feel like I'm less inclined to even care what the next woman has. I
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
genuinely show up and support her for who she is and
Yeah.
not feel any type of questioning or, oh,
Mm-hmm.
she, maybe I'm not as good as her. All of those thoughts really are non-existent, because I love me. I know what I have to
Mm-hmm.
offer. I was having a conversation with a friend yesterday, and he was like, oh, let me find out you a girl's girl. You be like, yes, girl, like being silly. And I was like, actually, like, yes, I am a girl's girl. I think that word gets thrown around very loosely. So
Mm-hmm.
now I'm kind of like, I don't really like the term. I can honestly say I'm gonna support women, but
Yeah.
I also understand that not everybody is
Yes.
for me.
Yeah.
Like if ever a woman is down, or I mean, I see that she needs help or support, I can do my very best to help her.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I know that some people just aren't the nicest. They're
Yeah.
not the kindest
Yeah.
people, and that goes for
And
anybody,
their
men
intentions
and
don't be there.
yeah, like your intentionality may not be there, or maybe we're just not fully in alignment. And I'm okay with that. I can still be authentic to who I am and show you love, show you grace.
Yeah.
But I also know, like, with love,
Yeah. From a
with
distance.
love from a distance. And so I don't want to say like I'm completely like, yeah, girl, hoorah, everybody can kick it, everybody
Mm-hmm.
can come over my house. It ain't giving
No,
that. It
it's
ain't.
not giving that.
It's not giving
We
that.
wanna be real clear
Yeah,
on that. Like,
because
it's
I have been in that phase. I have where I used to be like,
can't be friends with everybody.
and that's not what it is
I can't
anymore.
be friends with everybody.
Yeah.
I have a respect
Everybody
for
ain't your
all.
friend.
Everybody
Everybody
ain't
ain't
your
your partner.
partner. Yeah, like I have a respect for humans. Like
Yeah.
God has sent me into this world to love on his people, but I also understand like I'm not gonna like everybody and
Yeah,
everybody
it's
not
not
gonna
gonna
like
like me.
me. You know what I'm
I may not
saying?
be everybody pill
And
to
that's just
swallow.
fine. That's
I could
perfectly
lose sleep.
fine.
It's
But
okay.
I'm not gonna go in with the intentionalities to harm you, to take advantage of you, or anything like that.
Yeah, never that.
That's not my motive whatsoever. I want to see everyone win. What does it mean to you to be a woman?
That's a good question. Okay, what does it mean to be a woman? I think, fuck it, biologically.
For real. Can we start there?
Can we start biologically, having, being born a woman?
Yeah.
And then also, I think, like, women, we're natural nurturers. Even if that doesn't look like you physically bearing a child, I just think we naturally have that in us.
Yeah.
I personally feel like women are just top tier, wise, um, innovators. I think only women understand women. I really can't put it into words. I just think that women are like sacred. The things that we can go through,
Yeah.
only us
So
will
resilient.
understand. We're very resilient. Our pain levels, just even when you think about women having cycles, women experiencing childbirth, like that level of pain, and for the body to bounce back, I think that is being a woman. Being a woman is being just graceful. It's one of those things, like, you just gotta be a woman and you be like, yeah, shout out, salute to other women.
That's why we in our dresses and our skirts today.
Yeah, just real
we
dainty.
Feeling real woman like.
Yeah.
I love my sensuality. I feel like I second everything you said, but I feel like that sensuality, that level of power that we have, the ability to walk in a room and stop everybody in their tracks, just like that softness when like people hug you, like they kind of like melt inside of you a little bit.
Okay, sexy.
The ability.
Like, when Jill Scott be talking, that to me is a woman.
That is a woman.
That is a woman to me. Jill
Shout
Scott.
out to Jill Scott. That is a woman.
That is a woman right
just
there.
To really know your power.
Yes.
It's like, it's chef's kiss, and not every woman knows their power. So
but when they tap in,
and they truly walk in confidence, and like, I also love specifically Black women, like the way that we create and express our creativity. It's just, from the hairstyles to the clothes to like our unique body types that we have. Like, I love being a woman.
Yes, women make women feel safe. I was at yoga yesterday. I told you I was at yoga, and she came behind me. She's like, "Can I touch you?" She's trying to help me like tuck my hips in while we were doing a position or a pose. And after class, she connected with me and she was like, "Yeah, it's probably just because you got a juicy booty." But I'm like, I don't really take offense to when women give me compliments on my body. Like, I get it a lot. I feel like men, I don't know, when men give me a compliment, I just be like, yuck. I be like, ugh. Maybe I sound a little.
Her instructor was trying to bug.
I was like, do I sound like a. Okay, I know I got a juicy booty. I said, show me.
No, for real. The women out in the DMV.
I said, show me the position. She started showing me. I said, okay. I see the difference.
I get it now. The women in the DMV be showing mad love.
They do.
Like,
they do.
Super complimentary, super uplifting. Like, the love be real from the women out here. So I so appreciate my women. Shout out to y'all. I hope that y'all enjoyed this
Yes,
episode.
this one was for all the ladies. Keep your
This is
head
for my
up.
lady.
Do your big one at all times. You are that girl. Remember that. And don't let
Period.
anybody dim your lights.
That
All
part right
right.
there. Self-love starts with self-acceptance. So you must
Mhm.
accept
Yes. The light in me sees the light in you.
all.
Peace. Why are you laughing?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Peace and love.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.